So here's a quick update in my new garden bed that I finished on last Sunday. We had now 2 days with 38 to 39 degrees, really hard days. I was super afraid these plants wouldn't resist all this heat, and yes, as you can see, most of the plants are doing really very well with the heat. We are on today's Tuesday. It's after 5 o'clock, so the hottest temperatures they have passed already. Tomorrow we still have a very hot day, but it's not going to be as hot as Monday and today. So as you can see, all the big roses that were doing alright, they keep it doing alright. I'll get closer to the butterfly bush here. So this white one here had some damage in the flowers, but that's not such a big problem because at the same time this plant is so amazing that is developing more flowers here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus some here, one more here. So many new flowers coming, and the butterfly bush is good because it is very heat resistant, so it's really good. All the super bells, they had a few flowers that finished burning, but mostly the plants are alright. Another butterfly bush here, they are doing alright. The white ones are doing best than all the others, so that's okay. Tequila Sunrise is doing really amazing. I can't see much of the heat damage on it. Really, it's just doing alright. We have some issues with the geraniums, which I cover most with mulch to protect them because they were like seedlings, so they were really badly affected by the heat. So I just protected them all day with a layer of mulch, and they are surviving there. After these very hot days, I'm sure they will do okay. So here I have one of my favorites. It's just Joy, and I have this flower here yet, which is doing sort of okay. All the leaves are very green. The new growth we had here is still going very healthy as well, so that's pretty good. This one is Hannah Gordon, I think. Let me get the name. Yeah, Hannah Gordon. She's doing alright as well. Not all flowers had heat damage, but some really had it. That's not cool, but it's just the flowers that were going to be dry in a few days, so that's alright. There's some heat damage in a few leaves here, but mostly the plant is doing really well. A geranium here that did super well, probably because the water is just running the roots here and the others were not. Another super bell here, pink, it's doing alright. This butterfly bush is doing amazing. It's full of new ones coming after the heat. This one got a tiny little bit burnt, but it's still looking very well, really very good. This one is the red one I said in all the videos, which it was in a pot. This plant always lived in pots. It's the first time she is on in the ground, so it was a really nice test. This plant, I love it so much that when it was too hot, I protected in the shade. So I just moved the the container to the shade, and then I overprotected this plant like if she was living in a nursery, which is not true. And I just put in the soil, and the day before 38, 39 degrees day. So yeah, but it's very tough plant, and look at that. There's some heat damage here and there in some of the leaves, but the plant overall is doing alright. The new growth is here, surviving firm, strong, and she's mostly green. This one here, which is a it's sunset something. No, it's a tropical sunset here. Had the same problem that Hannah Gordon had, which is the flowers, which I probably lost most of them. Some others are doing still alright. The new ones are doing really well here. No heat damage at all in these ones. Some of the leaves had heat damage, but not many. The plant is mostly looking good, right? This is the yellow rose that I removed mostly or almost all the flowers. Still there is one here. There is one opening here, and also there is one here that's still surviving here. Yes, so she I didn't think she felt the heat as much. There's lots of new growth coming. New growth here, all this branch here. It's really doing alright. I thought the resistance, the heat resistance of this plant improved a lot. My other butterfly bush, it's only in a few flowers that the heat really got it, but the plant itself is really looking really very healthy. So I don't think these plants felt any of the heat at all. It's growing more actually. It's like this one here, the Super Bell here, it hasn't felt the heat at all. One more geranium here, protected against the heat. This one is really doing alright. Had just a leaf here that got affected. I just put them out because it protects against the leaves, against the heat that it's happening. So I think it's a good idea. The other, finally the last butterfly bush. This one is doing amazing. There's no heat damage at all, and this one is probably the most affected rose that I had. It's the smallest as well. It has some new growth here that got lightly affected by the heat, but some of the leaves, the other side, got really bad affected by it. The flower I had removed. This is hybrid tea rose Nicole, whatever is the name. It's one of my favorites, and I'm very sorry, but I was so badly affected by the heat. This one here is one that's here for, I don't know, maybe 10 years or something. Was here way before I arrived, so I think with the mulch and everything around her, she resists a lot more the heat. There's lots of new growths. Just before doing the garden bed here, I trimmed really hard this plant. She has a gorgeous flower here, and it's just a very beautiful plant. As you can see, hasn't felt much the heat at all, and this one definitely is loving the heat. This one has no heat damage at all. It has this amazing flowers, and the smell is just unbelievable, really unbelievable. It's full of new ones coming, as you can see, for the size of the plant anyway. Some others opening. It's just fantastic plant. The name of this one is Valencia. It's just doing alright. And here there's another geranium I'm protecting. It's putting a flower, and I'm protecting just because the leaves, they will burn if you don't. So it's a bit long, this video, but this is the update in my garden bed that we built during the last weekend. So it's looking pretty good. I think these plants will do really well in the Sunday I did soil wetter in a whole garden bed as well. I think these also helped. I prepared this soil before, and yeah, there's all a whole preparation to make sure these plants will do okay. I am thinking about removing the super bells, maybe put more, maybe more well established geraniums. This is an idea. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I have cornflowers and I have baby breaths as well, coming from seeds really very quickly after these hot days. So I think they might come here to be together with the butterflies, bushes, and yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this area. I would love to have more roses, but the space for roses is kind of getting small, so I probably won't. Maybe, a climbing rose, I can do that. There's a space there right in the end of the garden bed. Maybe I can put a trellis or whatever. I'll work out what I'm going to do. This one's the child's rose or something. She's also very big and very old here. Is doing super well. So that's it. Any different update, I'll make another video. And I think this garden bed is doing super well in the heat in these very hot days. Very proud of it.